Hello and welcome back to Love English. As you can see, this is a bit more of a relaxed lesson.
It is. It's so relaxed, I'm forgetting to speak. All right, guys, so today we are going to share with you 40 fascinating facts, well, you decide if they're fascinating or not, about us. Things that you might not know, maybe one or two things you might have guessed, but certainly there's quite a lot you've never heard of before.
And of course, we are answering the questions that we asked you about. So what did you want to know about us, things you wanted to ask us? We are answering those in this lesson, but we thought we'd do it in a bit more of a creative way. So 40 facts about
Leila
and Sabrah,
which may or may not be fascinating. So these are 20 facts that are actually 40 because there's two of us. So 20 times 2 equals...
I think I can just about work that out, 40. So fascinating fact number 1.
I'm actually, and you might not believe this, I'm older. I'm older than Sabrah.
It's true, I am older than you. Just a year.
A year. We were born in different years.
That's right.
10 months.
Yeah, it's 10 months actually. It's under a year, yeah.
10 months.
Round it up.
So
Leila's a little bit older than me, which may explain how she likes to be the older sister. You know?
I thought you was going to say how I'm more mature.
Wouldn't put it that way.
Okay, that's number 1, guys. So the next fascinating fact about us is...
I'm a Leo and Leila is a
Libra.
So that's our star sign. I don't know which part of the world you're in, if you use the Chinese horoscopes or if you use the Western star signs. We tend to use Western over here, don't we? And yes, I'm a Leo.
What does that mean? She's a lion.
Creative.
She's got a mane.
Hair, yeah. Maybe creative.
Creative, fiery.
A bit fiery, yeah. And what about you, Leila?
I'm very balanced. Sometimes. I'm a Libra. We both, I think what our star signs share in common is we both like luxury.
Yeah, that's true. We like the good life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's probably why
nice
we get
clothes.
on.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah.
We like, for example, Earl Grey tea, not English breakfast, don't we? We like Earl Grey tea. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
a little
good
bit.
Things.
Yeah.
Expensive food, expensive wine, rich men.
No, that's not true. So next fascinating fact is...
we both did our master's degrees at the same university in very similar subjects.
Yeah, that's very true actually, isn't it?
Very similar subjects. I did multimedia journalism. And you?
I did media production and I specialised in script writing for film and television.
Now this is a really random fact and it's a bit odd. It's a strange thing to have happened, but we actually met when we were much younger. No, a little bit
younger, yeah.
At college. So in England, after school at 16, you go on to college or sixth form. We both went to college.
Yeah.
And we met there and we were how old?
We were 16.
16, 17.
Yes. And we knew each other, not very well, but we definitely knew each other as acquaintances. And we weren't sure whether we could be friends or not back then. Leila, what was your impression of me?
Jazz hands.
She thought I was very dramatic. I love drama. She thought I was very dramatic and probably a bit of a keen drama person.
Jazz hands.
When we say jazz hands, we should probably explain. So jazz hands is in musical theatre, any plays with music, often the stars do this. So somebody who is very into drama, we will often say they're a jazz hands kind of person. And
your opinion of me?
So my opinion of Leila was that Leila was quite a little bit snobby. She thought she was a little bit high and mighty. She was always looking very fashionable though. She had very, as she does now, very long legs, and she used to be kind of wandering around the universe, wandering around the college, looking a little bit snobby and like no man could ever get her.
One did eventually, but it did take quite a few years. Ooh, this is a good one, and we're going to answer it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Our worst habits, but you're going to tell me mine, I'm going to tell you yours.
Okay, this is a real test of friendship.
I haven't thought about mine yet. I'm thinking on the spot. Go on. Do you know what mine is?
I think so.
Oh, God.
So, I love Leila very much, but I think it could be she's a little bit bossy. She she can't help it. She likes to have things under control, and She can be a little bit bossy with other people, likes to tell them what to do, you know.
Children, adults, students, other
cats,
teachers, cats.
Yeah.
I boss them about.
So she's a little bit bossy, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Okay, what's mine?
Oh,
no.
you have so many wonderful qualities. It's hard to choose.
I thought you were going to say
one.
so many awful ones.
No, you don't. What could yours be?
I thought I knew what you were going to say.
I don't know what I'm going to say. That's terrible. That means that Sabrah's just perfect in every way. It's not true.
But you're going to say late.
Oh, you're getting better. But
better.
Okay, yeah, maybe your concept of time, rather than being late, you just have a different, you're on Sabrah time.
Yeah, probably.
So,
I have got a bit better.
Yeah, I do know that if I say a time, expect Sabrah at least half an hour later.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think you're better than you used to be.
Better than I used to be, but yeah, I do have a problem with time. Layla's right. Poor Layla. When we first started working together, she used to wait for about an hour for me.
You did it on purpose, so I had to set up everything.
Poor Layla.
Yeah.
I'm much better now. I'm much better.
It's not a bad.
Ah, this is nice. Best qualities.
Go. You can,
okay.
It's going to take a while for me.
Oh. Okay. I would say Layla's very kind. She's extremely kind. She always, when I come here to her house, we're in her lovely kitchen now. She always feeds me very well. She always makes me lots of drinks. She's a very kind person. She'd go out of her way for other people. So she's very kind.
Okay, I think with you, I would say you're very sociable. I think I rely on Sabrah sometimes in social situations because I get to a point and I just can't be bothered. But Sabrah's always very good with people, very charming,
chatty.
Charismatic, chatty. I think that's probably one of your biggest strengths and qualities.
Sweet. Oh, I do love people. I'm a people person.
You are. I'm more cat.
Okay, cool. Which brings us perfectly.
Oh!
So what Leila just said there brings us perfectly to the next point, which is the fact that we are very different on this very key point, I think. Because when I know this about a person, I know what kind of person they are. Are they a cat or a dog person? So Leila, could you guess what she is?
Cat. Crazy cat lady. These are my babies. Let's show a picture. There's Millie, the little black one, and that's Maya. There we go.
But I am definitely a dog person.
Yes.
I love cats, they're lovely, but I don't find they understand the concept of pet very well. My dog knows he's my pet, so he must come to me and he will be cuddled. Whereas a cat,
on their terms,
they do what they want, you know, they're a bit kind of superior, I find.
Okay, so here's a poll, guys. So it's going to be there. Tell us whether you're a cat or a dog person. So you can click that poll. Cat.
So lots of you ask us about our nationalities a lot and where we're from. We are, of course, British, but Leila is a little bit more interesting than that.
I'm very interesting. I'm 50% Iranian, 50% English, and 25% Welsh.
Okay, 125%.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Okay. No, my father is Iranian. My mother is English. But on her side, the family are from London and Wales.
Ooh, okay.
So a little bit Welsh. How do you do that? I'm fabulous in Wales.
Leila,
Catherine Zeta-Jones, eat your heart out.
Well, I am mostly British, but I have some Irish blood on my father's side, and I have some Spanish blood on my mother's side. Although there is a little bit of mystery on my mother's side because I have an Arabic name, Sabrah, should be pronounced Sabrah actually. And we think it's in the family, this name, and we think it could be because there was Lebanese blood further back. But it would be like great-grandparents, something like that. So probably this little finger is Lebanese.
Right, now, on a similar theme, the dish we cook best. Now, because I am half Iranian, I cook Persian food really, really well. So if there's any Iranians watching this video, anyone that's had Iranian food, Persian food really, what do I cook? Badamjan, Zelish polo, Bakhli polo, I don't know, those are my top three.
She is very good. I've had her food, it's very tasty. Okay, I cook paella very well, Spanish dishes really. Yes. So paella and tortilla, they're probably my best ones. And I love Mexican food as well, so sometimes I make fajitas, things like that.
If you used your little finger, you could cook Lebanese.
Maybe do Lebanese, yeah. Do the hummus. So lots of you ask us if we speak other languages. And as a matter of fact, we both do, but not fluently. So I speak Spanish, but not to a fluent level.
Well,
probably intermediate.
that's
Intermediate. Yeah, not too bad. I'm a bit rusty though.
Yeah.
And I speak a little Italian. What about you, Leila?
I'm advanced elementary in Italian.
Oh,
Is there such a thing?
She's doing her best.
My Italian, I understand more than I speak, but I will be learning more Italian. If you want to watch me try and learn Italian, you can go to Instagram and see me do some funny things. But yes, I need to speak more Italian because obviously my husband is Italian. So my mother-in-law is Italian. So
yeah. So guys, comment below. Encourage Leila to learn Italian. Say something to her in Italian. And your challenge is that you have to reply in Italian. Yeah, that's a good challenge. So write something to our lovely Leila and she'll reply in Italian.
So the most beautiful place you have ever visited. So you can say country or city or location. It doesn't matter. You go first.
I have to say, I think it would be a toss-up, which means very close, a tie between Thailand and Italy. Thailand was beautiful. I went to this beautiful marine park. It was absolutely stunning. Crystal waters, little islands until the horizon. It was incredible. It was beautiful. But I do love Italy. There's always a special place in my heart.
The culture.
Italy. Yeah, I don't know, just everything about it. The way the houses are, the sea, the beach, I don't know, just everything.
See, I think, Sabrah, if I took you to my favourite place, we would have to share it.
Okay.
Venice. Venice is my favourite place, and I think you would fall in love with it too.
I bet, yeah.
It's just such a unique city. It's amazing. It's so beautiful, and there's just all different streets and roads and piazzas you can explore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All while eating a lovely bowl of spaghetti and having a spritz.
Yes.
Yeah.
All three. The spritz, not spaghetti.
Now, guys, of course, all around the world there are beautiful places. We're just saying from our limited experience of travelling, please do tell us a beautiful place that you think we should go to, perhaps in your country. You can be our travel guides.
Okay, so is this going to be controversial? Your favourite nationality to teach?
Oh, I feel a bit bad answering this.
We could be like,
I love you all.
Yeah, I think every nationality has a different kind of quality to them.
Different charm.
Arabic students can be very sweet and they really try
sociable.
Really hard.
Yeah, very sociable.
But for me, it's another toss-up. Spanish and Italian.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm gonna say Italian just because I have an affinity with the Italians.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna say Italian.
I'm gonna say I love all the nationalities, but in terms of being good students and working really, really hard, I have to say from Thailand, Philippines.
Yeah.
I think they work so hard and I think they're really diligent.
Yeah.
And they're very polite to their teachers, a real culture of respecting your teacher. But I love all the nationalities, to be honest. I think you're all lovely in different ways. I was going to say Brazilians are amazing to teach. Students from Africa can be extremely outgoing and kind and polite. You're all lovely.
You are. Right, so favourite English accent, Sabrah, but this is kind of international, so it doesn't have to be just in the UK. Yeah. It can be Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, kind of America.
I think a lovely Southern Irish accent.
How would that go?
Just sounds so beautiful when they talk in a Southern Irish accent. After the little leprechauns, and I think when the girls talk in an Irish accent, it just sounds ever so lovely.
You do sound lovely in Irish. Oh, Sabrah's accents are phenomenal. Okay, South African accent I love. I think there's just something very natural, very relaxed. It's similar, it's something between Australian and English.
A bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
So the next one is our favourite international accent. So when people are speaking in English, what's our favourite accent to hear? Ooh, it's really difficult. So I think there are some languages that seem to match English better than others.
Yeah.
Because of the intonation pattern. And some things can sound more beautiful in English than others. Ooh.
I think I might say, and this will be controversial because I'm married to an Italian, French.
Yeah, I think I might have to say French as well.
I think the French accent's great.
I like French, but you know what else I like? I like African accents from all over Africa, not just South Africa.
Right, so this is the funniest thing to have ever happened to you in class.
Oh my goodness, I haven't thought about this yet. Give me a second.
Okay, well while you're thinking, I'll tell you mine. So as many of you might know, if you watched the video that I did with my husband, I met him while he was my student. I didn't start dating him when he was my student. However, the fact that I gave him homework and I took his mobile phone off him when he was on his phone in class, I think that's quite funny.
That's really funny.
And
oh
that's
my
a nice
goodness,
story when we
that's
have kids.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What's the funniest
Sleeping
thing?
students trying to ask you out on a date. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's happened actually. Yeah.
There we go. She found it.
Yes, I did have an Arabic gentleman who was very interested in me. He was trying to ask me out in class in front of everybody, but he didn't exactly sell himself to me because he kept showing me how big his tummy was, and he kept joking and saying, "Oh, I have twins in my stomach."
That's his idea of chatting you up.
And then he was asking me out, and he kept spelling my name to me. I don't know if he was trying to impress me that way, but he used to go, Sabrah, Sabrah, spell my name to me.
Right,
So what kind of classroom teacher were you, or are you actually? So I'd say I'm probably a little bit too soft perhaps, although I can be strict if you really push me, but generally speaking I'm quite easygoing, quite friendly.
I think you and I are quite similar in how we approach teaching. We're quite relaxed.
We bring the sense of humour to it, and I want the students to feel very relaxed in the class.
Yeah, I'd rather have a noisy class than a quiet class.
Yeah, exactly,
But I think I'm possibly a little bit stricter.
You might be a bit stricter, yeah.
We've already established I'm bossy, so maybe that's the kind of teacher I am, Sabrah. No, I can be strict. I can. So, favourite or best subject? Best subject, not favourite. Best subject at school.
Okay, well I can start by telling you my worst subject. It was physical education.
Mine too.
I hated high five.
Yeah.
I hated PE, we call it for short in the UK. We were always being forced to go running in our little shorts
in the cold,
freezing cold, in the rain. We used to be told to go swimming in our little swimming costumes, again in the rain, the freezing cold, not in a heated pool. So that was kind of torture, I found. So I was always making excuses, and I had all kinds of different illnesses over the course of my education.
Me too. I've always got the sick note.
Yeah. But my best subject, I have to say, was English literature and language as well, but my best subject was English literature, and my second was probably history.
So I think I was actually literature was mine. Yeah, I think when I got to just English overall,
English overall.
Creative writing, now less creative, more academic I am. But definitely English overall was my best subject.
So we're saving the best one for last. That's coming in a moment. But our favourite film, okay, this is tough. Choose one each.
I think I've got mine, and it's a bit naff. It's a bit, that's a very old-fashioned word for meaning not very cool.
Yeah, not cool.
Love Actually.
Oh, that's
Notting Hill. Notting Hill.
Oh, I knew you were going to say something like that.
Something really like
surely Love Actually. I think Love Actually.
Love comedy.
Oh, if you haven't seen Love Actually, guys, you have to watch it.
I love.
We can link it below, can't we? We can tell them where to
Love
watch
Actually.
it.
Okay, can I have two?
Yeah, have two.
Love Actually and Notting Hill. Those are mine.
Okay, mine is cliche. I think it's everyone's, like a lot of the population's favourite. It is The Shawshank Redemption. It's about a prison escape. It's brilliant. I love it. It's quite an old film, but it gets you
Hugh Grant's not in that one, is he?
No, it's not. It's probably a bit too intellectual for Leila. Oh.
Right, the last one is a little bit personal.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Your idea of a perfect date. Romantic date.
Well, I have to say I'm a little bit of a romantic at heart, and so my perfect date would be on a gondola in Venice, the man bringing me lovely red roses, perhaps giving me a massage as we float along the canals.
It's gondola.
Oh, gondola.
Yeah, it's female, it's not masculine.
Oh, gondola.
Although it should be masculine, makes more sense.
Okay,
anyway.
put on me. Gondola.
Gondola. That's very romantic.
Yeah.
It's very expensive, by the way, to go on a gondola.
Sorry.
It's very expensive.
My poor boyfriend.
Yeah. Good luck. My perfect date would be gin, tonic, the cats, and Netflix. I'm not very romantic. All my romance goes into the movies that I watch, and that's as romantic as I get.
What's she like? Oh my
I've not learned.
Tell us what's your perfect date, guys. We'd love to hear. That'd be really interesting. What's your perfect date?
It says a lot about
if you feel comfortable sharing.
Well, I'm going to say that is it. I think we've shared quite a lot about ourselves. I think you've learned lots more about Sabrah and I.
You've got to know us a little bit better, not just as your teachers, but as your friendly teachers on the internet.
That sounds so sweet. And of course, you can also comment below and ask us a few more questions. We will answer them for you. What would you like to know about us? Nothing too personal. I'm not going to share my bra size or anything like that.
No.
So comment below and let us know. I think that's it.
Yeah, that is
We can end on brass size.
okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.